Today we are going to gain knowledge about aggregate demand and aggregate supply. In grade 11 we have learned about what is demand and supply, but for grade 12 we will understand what is aggregate demand and aggregate supply. What is aggregate demand? Aggregate demand refers to the sum of the total of all the goods and services in an economy. How much an economy is being producing, that is called as aggregate demand. Please understand the word as total. Over here, when I use the word aggregate, it means total. Now, aggregate demand curve is traditionally negatively sloped, as you have seen that the individual demand curve and only demand curve is also negative, so as aggregate demand curve is also negatively sloped. AD is the total demand or total spending or total expenditure of a country's goods and services at a given price level at a given period of time. So at a particular point, what was the price and what was the total expenditure done by the citizens of that country is called as aggregate demand. Aggregate demand, in short, suppose if I want to make a functional equation, what you get is AD equals C plus I plus G plus X minus M. Now C stands for consumption. Okay, now see, as you know that the demand curve is also downward and aggregate demand curve is also downward sloping or negatively sloping, because there is a negative relationship between the price and the quantity demanded. The AD curve shows the relationship between the average price level and the real output. Now, as I said, AD equals C. So what does this C stand for? C stands for consumption, and these are also called as components of aggregate demand. The total spending by the consumer on domestic goods and services. For example, durable goods such as cars, mobile phone, and non-durable goods such as rice, newspaper, etc. That is for a short period of time. In short, the total spending what a consumer is spending. Now, what is investment? Investment represents an addition to the capital stock. That is investment in machineries, plant, computers, etc. in an economy. Represents investment carried out by firms. There are different kind of firms who are investing. It is the total expenditure by the producing sector. Now, what is government spending? It is the total expenditure incurred by the government on the purchase of goods and services. The government spending represents the variety of goods and services spent on health, education, transport, law and order, social security, housing and defense. We are consuming, as the same way even the government is also making consumption, and as a result the expenditure incurs. Now, what is net export? Net export equals to X minus M. X stands for export and M stands for import. Export are the goods and services bought from foreign producers. Imports are the goods and services brought from foreign producers. Imports are also an outflow of import expenditure. When export revenue exceeds the import expenditure is positive and AD increases. And when import expenditure exceeds export revenue, this is negatively affected on the demand, and as a result the aggregate demand decreases or reduces. Now, as you have been studying in grade 12, only two sector of economy, the components of aggregate demand in case of only two sector economy, that is consumption and investment. Okay, so consumption, that is household, what you and I are making expenditure, and investment is what? Capital stock increment. Now that is AD equals to C plus I. See over here you can see an example where the level of income is increasing, consumption is this, and investment is steady, that is 100 crore, and how you get AD is C plus I, that is 50 plus 100, you get it 150. This is how you get aggregate demand. Now from the following, if we draw a graph, as you know that the investment was steady, as a result it will go parallel to x-axis. The consumption increases with the rise in the increase, with the increase in the consumption the aggregate demand also increases. Now the linear consumption function, that is C equals to C bar plus by. C bar refers to autonomous consumption. Even if you are not earning anything, your expenses would be there. C is equal to consumption plus by. B equals to what? B is marginal propensity to consume, and Y stands for income. Now let us understand, find consumption if B, that is MP, C equals 0.8, income is 200 and autonomous consumption is 100. Okay, so suppose we just have to put down in this formula, that is C equals to C bar plus B Y, as we have given in the sum itself, that is autonomous consumption is 100 plus 0.8 multiplied by 200, Y is the income, and this is how you find consumption. Okay, the second sum is also like that, but in case you need to find so many from 0 to 500, what is the consumption level occurring in an economy, that you have to derive. Now let us understand what is aggregate supply. Aggregate supply refers to flow of goods and services as planned by the producers during an accounting year. It is identical with the flow of income, that is Y, during an accounting year. Y equals to C plus S. AD equals to C plus I, whereas aggregate supply is equal to C plus S. Please note it. And it refers to whatever the producer is willing to supply in an economy. Now AS equals to C plus S are the components of aggregate supply. C refers to consumption and S refers to saving. Now how you derive a schedule from schedule of AS, that is aggregate supply, that is Y equals to 0, autonomous consumption, that is 20, saving equals to minus 20. How it comes? That is saving you always get from Y minus C. Whatever you are earning, a part of it you are saving. After consuming, whatever been left out, that part is called as saving. As a result, AS equals to C plus S. When the Y is 20, consumption is 25, saving becomes negative and AS becomes 20. Now with the rise in the income, what you can see is that the saving is also increasing. Initially it was negative and then it turned into positive. Diagrammatically, if I want to show that how you derive AS equals to C plus S. AS is 45-degree line. This is because of obvious identity between Y on the x-axis. Please understand, that is AS equals to C plus S. That is why Y will always come down to 45-degree. Okay. Now if I want to draw a graph, then it would be like this. S turns to be See, there is this saving or the negative saying in the initial stage, and what is happening is that it is increasing with the passage of time. As and when there is increase in the income, you can see that saving is also increasing. C is positive function of income. As income increases, consumption increases, and vice versa. With the rise in the income, now the consumption is also increasing. S is a positive function of income. As income increases, saving is also increasing. AS is same income. AS equals to aggregate supply equals to consumption plus saving. It will always turn down to 45 degree from 45 degree. Thank you.